0 days of Blissful Yoga for Easy Weight Loss Challenge. How are you today? So today's focus is going to be on the back and the shoulders, so really opening up through the shoulders and lengthening and strengthening our backs. Namaste. So let's think about setting intentions. So the way that we speak about ourselves and the way that we speak about our experience in life, in this present time, is what creates our future. So it's very important that we set intentions for things that we wish to have manifest in our lives. So there's a concept called negative self-talk. And this is the idea where you do something and you go, oh, I'm silly. Instead of saying I'm silly, you should say something like, oh, I wonder why I did that. So like putting the question mark after things instead of attacking yourself. Or someone does something that you think's annoying, going, oh, you're always doing that. Instead of saying, I wonder why you did that. So questioning things rather than just attacking and criticizing ourselves and others. And then see what kind of answer comes up. So your intuitive voice is the guidance that helps you to move toward the body that you desire, the life that you desire, the mental state that you wish to live in. Okay, so to get started today, we're going to lie on our bellies. And the first thing we're going to do is we're just going to lie on our tummies and stretch both arms out at a T shape. So both arms are out from the from the shoulders rather. You don't have arms coming out of your belly. From the shoulders out at a T shape, as you can see here. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to bend my left hand and put it underneath my left shoulder, and I'm going to roll up onto my right side. Now this is where you want to have your block, preferably, or a thick pillow. And now I put my left foot in front of my right thigh and move my hips forward just a little so that my spine is in a line. So my right arm back here has not moved at all, so it's still coming directly out. So this is a nice strong stretch through the shoulder. Now if you want to make it a little bit stronger, then move that arm up. Okay, you don't need to move the foot. So just moving that arm up toward the head. So I've just moved the arm up that way. And then keep pressing down the arm and keep the pulling in through the belly. And make sure that your neck is an extension of your spine. And then, if you wish, you can bring your fingertips overhead. And just tracing a circle with your fingertips all the way out to the front of you. And then if you wish, you can bring your hand to your knee and just push that knee back a little. Okay, so this is the first stretch. So we're just going to relax here and let's set an intention to fully love myself. So whatever you want to say, I'm perfect, whole and complete. That's a very nice one. I'm perfect, whole and complete. And just breathe as you're stretching, getting a nice strong stretch through that right shoulder. Works well in the rotator cuff as well. Great. And let's roll onto our bellies again. So just moving that block out of the way. So both arms are out of a T shape. And this time I bend my right hand underneath my shoulder and I roll up onto my left, bending that foot, bringing the buttocks forward a little, just scooting them forward just a little in order to get the back nice and straight. So you can see that this arm here, so this one, has not moved at all. And I've just got my spine in a line. And I can push that knee back a little. If I want, I can bring the arm overhead. And then I can walk the fingertips around, getting a nice stretch through the back at the same time. So just staying here, repeating to yourself, I'm perfect, whole and complete. I'm perfect, whole and complete. Just breathing. Working your arm up a little, make it a bit stronger. to accept myself exactly the way I am right now. Beautiful. And then just very gently unraveling yourself, moving that block out of the way. And this time just placing your hands underneath your shoulders and bringing your legs together. Now stretch the legs out one and then the other. So you have the inside of the thighs coming up and the outside of the thighs rolling down. So you're getting this action here. Hands under the shoulders, elbows right by the sides, and then lifting up the knees as you press through the feet and press through the pelvic pubic bone, and lifting the sternum, which is where the ribs meet. So lifting all the way up. Now the face is relaxed. You can close your eyes if you wish and lift your hands off the floor so you know you're just using your back muscle. So it's a very nice, strong back muscle exercise. And we'll get you to relax and turn your head to the left and bend up your left knee, and then just having both arms by your sides, palms facing up. So we're just doing the crocodile pose here. So just getting, and just gently wiggle your hips a little. So we're just giving our hips and lower back a little bit of a gentle release here. And at the same time, getting a lovely passive stretch through the neck as you release and let go. Okay, no rest for the wicked. So let's straighten up those legs. Put the hands back under the shoulders, fingertips in line with the top of the shoulders, elbows in. Straighten the legs, pressing on top of the feet, and in this time pressing through the hands, and see if you can come up a little higher, and if you wish, even a little higher still, coming onto the tops of the feet, keeping the gaze, the head looking straight forward. You have the eyes open or closed, just a soft gaze, pressing through the palms, pressing through the feet. If you're still down in the lower cobra, just make sure the pubic bone is pressing against the floor. Relax the buttocks and rotate the thighs inside to out as you bring the shoulders back, shoulder blades down, and very gently bringing yourself down exactly the way that you came up, turning your head to the right and bending your right knee, palms of the arms on the ends of the arms facing up. That's it. Nice passive neck stretch. Relax. Okay, great. And let's come back. Okay, now for this one, so we're going to just bring the forearms onto the mat and separate and widen all the fingers, pressing the forearms down, and then just bringing the chest forward through the arms. It's called the Sphinx posture. So think about the Sphinx, pressing the pubic bone into the mat, really bringing the chest forward. The neck is an extension of the spine, face looks forward, pressing down through the forearms, pressing down through the palms. Great. And let's just hook the toes under, bring the hands back underneath the shoulders, and we'll just come and sit back with our knees wide apart and just bringing your hips onto your heels. If your bottom does not touch your heels, then just put a cushion in here. And stretching the arms forward, looking forward, keeping the arms straight, pressing the palms down, and while the arms are straight, pulling the hands toward the body towards the hands, and very gently, with joy, moving your heart forward between your hands. Keep bringing the buttocks onto the heels. Good. And let's just come up onto hands and knees. And I want you to crawl over and find your straps. Remember, it's crawling, no walking. Good. Excellent. Okay, so from here, a little readjustment. We're going to lie back onto the belly. And now, you may or may not need the strap. So it all depends on your body. So you can put the strap around the ankles and hold the strap. And then you're going to keep the feet hip width apart, so lengthen the thighs behind you, and then pulling the pulling the straps and lifting up. And if you don't need the straps, then just holding the ankles and lifting all the way up. So doing the boat pose here, Urdhva Dhanurasana. So Urdhva being tipped upside down. So it's a boat. So, and let's try rocking the boat. So that really works through your digestive system. Holding here a little longer. And let's rock over toward the left side. So the head is on the side. And then rocking back to the center. So remember using the strap if you need to. And then rocking over toward the right side. That's it. Feels so nice. It really opens up through the back and the spine. Coming back to the center and release. Now this time stretching both arms out. I'll just get that strap out of the way. Always get the equipment off your mat because you never want to slip on it. Alright, you can see my toes, there they are. So my feet are apart from each other, about hip width apart. And then I'm stretching my arms out in front of me, face onto the mat. Now stretch the arms as far as they will, walking the fingers forward, and see if you can stretch the legs down as far as they will go. And then lifting up your right arm and your right leg in opposition. So we're just going through the ball of the foot, so pressing the ball of the foot like there's a wall behind you. Imagine someone dragging your arm. Good. And exhale and release. Letting it all go. Alright. Now lifting the right arm and the right leg, so pressing through the ball of the foot at the back, pressing all the way back. Press, 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 press. And release. Now rolling onto your right side. So again, scoot those hips forward just a little bit. And this time, bending your leg and bringing it to the front of your hip crease and turn the toe down toward the other foot. Now see if you can then support your head with your hand and try and diminish the space underneath your armpit. Good. And then if you can, bring that heel onto the top of the thigh. So this is just like you're doing the tree pose, but you're lying on your side. So leg on the ground is nice and strong. And if you can, lifting that without falling, arm up to the sky. It takes a little bit of balance. Alright, so we've got you would have seen some of these in the gardens, you know, like when you go to Bali or something, and you see the lying Buddha. So they kind of lie like this. Beautiful. And let's come back down. And this time, bringing both fists underneath your groins as low as they will go. And then just lifting both feet up into the air, keeping the chin onto the mat. So lifting both legs up into the air and stretching through the balls of the feet. Really good for the lower back. And strengthening all those muscles in that area. Just breathing here for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and release. Now we'll roll over to the left side. So again, scooting those hips forward, bringing that foot in front of the thigh with the toes pointing toward the other foot, and then bending the elbow and try to really reduce the space between the armpit and the floor. And then either staying here, or if you can, bring your foot up to the top of the thigh and really push that knee back. So you really work on pushing that knee back and this buttock forward. And really pressing with the heel into the top of the thigh as you rotate the toes behind you. So rather than the toes just going straight down, trying to get the toes behind you. Excellent. And then lifting the arm up. Let's see if you can balance here. Shoulders coming, shoulder blades toward each other. For 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and release. Beautiful. Now this time you have the option, either the fists underneath the body like we did before, or you're going to put the palms flat under the body. So the palms flat under the body and the pinky fingers touching. Okay, so I lie on my tummy and I put one arm underneath so the palm is down and then the other next to it. So the pinky fingers and sides of the hands are touching. I walk the hands down as far as I can, pressing the palms down, and I lift up the legs as high as they will, and pressing through the hand, chin on the mat. For 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and release. Beautiful. Okay, so let's press ourselves up now to cat-cow. So we're just going to do a little bit of opening of the shoulders here as well. So first of all, we'll just bring the right shoulder toward the right hip. As you exhale, inhale to the front, and exhale, right shoulder, right hip. To the front, left shoulder, left hip. And then right shoulder, right hip. Beautiful. Now from here, let's thread the needle. So we're going to bring the right hand into the gap between the hand and the knee. So this is really wonderful to help to open up through the shoulders. And then we can bring the left hand on top of the right, so my hands are in prayer. And then I can lift my left arm up to the sky, turn the palm away, and hold the top of my right thigh, bringing my right shoulder down away from the ear. So you can see we're getting quite a bit of nice neck stretches here as well. Now the buttocks don't move at all, and you try to keep the shins on the floor. Beautiful. And if you wish, you can lift your arm over your head and then to the top of the mat above your head, just for that extra dimension. For 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Beautiful. So let's come back to hands and knees, and this time threading the left arm through in the gap, and then the right hand comes on top of the neck, and really bringing that left shoulder down, then lifting the right arm up to the sky, turning the palm away, and then grabbing the top of the thigh. And then if you wish to, lifting the arm up to the sky, bringing it overhead for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Beautiful. Oh, it's so nice I could stay forever. Oh, I wonder whose dog that is. Never seen it before. Okay, so now from here, let's just tuck the toes under, and we'll press ourselves up into the downward dog, speaking of dogs. And we'll just turn the hands out a little, and then just pressing the heels back into the floor. So we're going to just hold the breath here. It's a static pose, and you really get strong through the shoulders by holding this pose. Hello, dog. It's going to go away now. This is really weird. It's in the backyard. Okay, so pressing back through the hands. Alrighty. And then we'll walk the hands back towards the feet. So now let's just bend the knees and be really nice to ourselves, because this is the thing that we keep forgetting, is how important it is to be really gentle and nurturing and kind, and saying to our bodies all the time how much we love it. Look at your feet now and say, oh, I love my feet. Put your hands in front of your feet and see if you can straighten up your legs, bringing the heels out a little so the insides of the feet are parallel, and you weight forward and say, oh, how much I love my ankles and my knees and my thighs. Beautiful. And let's bring our hands to the tops of the hips, elbows pointing up at the sky. Now you can just very gently bending the knees to come up, or if you like, you can press your hands on your hips to come up straight-legged. Okay, so let's come to the center of the mat. Inhale and jump the feet wide apart. Looks like we've got another doggy visitor. Okay, let's just leave that alone. And let's turn our right heel in and our left heel out, stretching both arms out as much as they will go. And as you inhale and exhale, stretching over toward the right side, and then bringing the hand onto the ankle. All the critters are here today. Alright, so let's bring the right shoulder back and really opening up through the left shoulder. So you're really working on bringing the shoulders apart from each other. And this is really good and long and strong through the back. That's it. So just holding here. Now just bring your hand as wherever it will, but the idea is that you're tipping onto the side. Okay, it's very determined to meet me. Alright, let's come back up. Maybe it's like, I thought maybe it's like a cat. If you ignore it, then it just keeps wanting to meet you, but there you go, this dog, if I ignore it, must be like a cat. Stretching the arm out, inhale, and exhale, stretching over like a teapot. So remember, you're keeping your hips square to the front, bringing the left thumb to the inside of the left shin, and stretching the arm up, looking up to look at the thumb, keeping both legs nice and strong and straight. So the right heel is out, holding there for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Coming back up, and let's heel and toe our feet together. Thank you legs, thank you feet, thank you buttocks. Alright, and bring our palms to the chest. So turning now to the front of the mat, closing your eyes, bringing your arms down to the sides, legs are together, and rolling those shoulders back, releasing the burdens. Our shoulders carry so much weight for us. Just releasing the burdens from the shoulders as we allow our bodies to relax. Pulling in the lower belly, lifting up the chest, elongating through the neck. Keep rotating those shoulders, bending the knees, and then pressing through the feet as you straighten the legs up. Now interlace the fingers behind you, bring the arms up behind you. Inhale. As you exhale, folding down, wrists are apart, and just allowing yourself to fold. So getting a nice stretch through the shoulders here as well. Just come. Now if it's a little difficult to balance, then bring the feet apart. So this is the slightly harder version. And let's inhale to come up. And I'll open the feet this time. So the insides of the feet are parallel and changing across to the hands. Bring the hands down, lifting the chest up, inhale. And as I exhale, coming forward. Okay, let's hope the dog doesn't turn up right now. Okay, arms over the head. And coming all the way back up. Beautiful. Alrighty. So, let's come down to our mat. So just arms out in front like a zombie, coming up onto the toes, bending the knees, and rolling all the way down. See if we can roll along the spine, just rolling out. We've done so much work today, really strengthening and lengthening through our spines. So rolling, rolling, rolling. Great. And come to cross-legged. Alrighty. So grab whatever it is that you like to sit on. And let's bring the fingertips to the floor, palms facing up. Inhale. Bring the palms overhead. And then turning the palms out, backs of hands touching. And exhaling, kick, closing the eyes as the fingertips come down to the floor. Cleansing the aura with the fingertips. So let's inhale. Stretching through the shoulders, feeling all the muscles in the back supporting you every day. And exhaling the arms down again. And let's do one very long, slow raising of the arms. Inhale. And see your aura cleansing, clarifying, releasing, letting go of all that no longer serves you, releasing the burdens. And exhaling all the way down, bringing the fingertips down to the mat. So let's just do a little twist here, holding the left knee and the right hand is holding the top of the right thigh. Inhale and exhale, just turning the body, turning the head, shoulders are down, turning the head as far as it will go, pulling in the lower belly, and breathing here. Opening the shoulders away from each other, broadening through the collarbones. And let's change the cross of the legs, and turning the other way, so the left hand is on the right knee, right hand grabbing the top of the thigh or a piece of your clothing, and really pulling with the hands, bring that left shoulder down, rotating the body as far as it will toward the right. Breathing naturally and normally. Remembering to relax the face, enjoy the moment. Turning all the way around. And then back to the front. Palms together. Let's finish with one Om. So Om in this case is A-U-M or A-U-M. So this is Aum rather than Om. And so this really works through the crown chakra to help open that up so that we can receive guidance that helps us to make better decisions in life. So the sound A comes from the belly, U from the chest, M from the head. So it's A-U-M. And each one is the same length of time. So, thumb and forefingers touching. Inhale. Remembering the space you've now been able to create where the mind has stilled. And any time during the day when you find yourself getting embroiled in concern about this and that, or someone says something and it irks you, just bring yourself back to this space before you say or react. And observe how things unfold from there. Bring the palms to the chest, chin to the chest. Namaste. Thank you to all the guides and teachers, to everyone here supporting us today, so that we can have a wonderful practice. Namaste. See you tomorrow.